part of the tutorial, we're gonna start talking about the workflows and our activities and how we can use the Active Envoy's management console to build and automate our current business processes. We're gonna be discussing the workflows and the activities and running up the examples as we go through the tutorials. Now, these are the different categories of the different activities that are already residing on the Envoy. Now we can see that we have access to pre-built activities that are already shipped with the Envoy. These activities are the basic activities that could be used in any scenarios. The user can expand and build on top of the activities as needed so that the activities can actually suit the specific business workflow that's actually going on in the facility. Now that we have a simple look about the activities, we're going to go ahead and use them inside our first very simple workflow. The workflow will be called entrance. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a workflow. We're going to call it entrance. Now after I call it entrance, it's going to ask me where it's going to start and what are the start triggers. It's going to be a simple example for now, and we're not going to use the start and stop triggers that are provided to us. We're only going to be interested in reading the tags and sending a report. So here we can see the list of all the activities. I'm going to go ahead, drag and drop the send report activity. Now automatically it's going to ask me about the different settings that it needs. First of all, I'm going to have to choose a logical device, which is the entrance door. I'm going to tell it to read for 1 millisecond, for 1 second, 1000 milliseconds. I'm going to have it talk with the asset report, and I'm going to have it push this report to those 3 subscribing applications, the ones we've built earlier. And here I am telling this activity to just go run and run and run. Now I can start my process as simple as that, and I can start seeing my tags in real time inside the real-time tag viewer. Here we can see that the real-time tag viewer will only show me, and the actual application will only be getting asset tags, because this is the asset report that we are using and it filters the asset tags. Here we can see that all the tags are in real time directly for testing. Now I'm going to go ahead and edit my workflow. This time I'm going to tell my workflow not to use the asset report, but rather to use the unfiltered report. Now by concept, I'm going to have a lot more tags appearing in my tag viewer. So here when I go to my real-time tag viewer, it starts showing me that it's reading not only employee tags and asset tags, but it's actually reading all the assets and employees that are being read by the antennas. Here we can have the XML view, and this is how the report looks, the report that's actually going to the application. We can use the generate schema command, so we can simply build an XSD that will actually be used for development purposes. Here we can see that the schema that's saved on the desktop, an XSD file, it will automatically open in Visual Studio, and I can use the specific fields inside my application for custom development and for ease of integration. Now, after this part is shown, we're going to go ahead and edit our workflow so that we show the use of the start and stop triggers. If we go to the workflow section, now on the start trigger, I'm going to add a trigger. By default, it's only going to show me the input devices that are connected on the Envoy. I'm going to go ahead and say that the portal sensor will 1 is to start the reading, and portal sensor 2 is actually to stop the reading. I'm going to choose values on so that when the portal sensor is triggered, the workflow will actually start and stop. Here I'm going to edit my workflow. I'm going to also tell it to have an input-output action, which is actually an output action whenever it starts reading. So I'm going to go ahead and plug and play this IO action. I'm going to tell it to talk with the portal stack light and to give a value of yellow. This means that whenever reading is happening, the stack light will be turned on to yellow. And whenever the reading is complete, I want the green light to turn on. So this will automatically turn on the green light whenever this small send report operation is complete. And this is how we can build the workflow to automate the reading at a certain portal with ease using the Active Envoy custom workflow designer.